This video will show teachers how to use the new enhanced rubrics features now available in Canvas. So the first thing you'll want to do is open up a course and click on Rubrics. It's an unpublished navigation button and you do not need to publish it. Even if you did, students are not able to see it. The screen is going to look pretty different when you open it up for the very first time. You can see rubrics that are saved rubrics, meaning those are ones that you created. And then you can also see ones that you have archived. So that's another feature that's new. If you have a rubric that is outdated and you don't want to use that particular version of it anymore, you can click the three dots to archive it. Another thing you can do with those actions, you can obviously edit it, you can duplicate it and then make tweaks to that duplicated version. You can copy it to a course as well. So if you imported all of your stuff from one course to another and realized that you missed a rubric or two, or maybe you built it in the wrong course and wanted to import it into another, you can simply go to Copy To, type in the name of your course, and it is kind of picky, and then you can copy it directly to that course. You can even select an assignment that you want that rubric to be attached to as well. All right, so now we're going to create a rubric for the first time using this new enhanced rubrics feature. When you click on Create Rubric, you can give it a name. You can choose whether you want to have a scale where you click on the available points, or you can include written feedback only. You can choose the order in which you are going to rate things. Usually people start with the higher point values on the left down to the right. And then you can choose whether the rubric is scored or unscored. A scored rubric is going to give point values to students and then give them a grade based on those point values. An unscored rubric is not going to be graded. However, it can still be a great way to give feedback to students. So I'm going to start by drafting a new criterion, and this screen makes things quite a bit easier in my opinion. You can enter your criterion name here, and then you can give it more details in the criterion description here. You can choose to have it as a range where it's a set of points that are associated with different parts of your rubric. Notice here it says 3.1 to 4, for example. Or you can choose not to include that. And then you can also choose the points possible for that criterion. I'm going to leave it at 4. By default, it enters exceeds mastery near, below, and no evidence. You can change these if you would like, and then give additional descriptions to each one of those ratings, or you can choose to delete one of those ratings as well. Notice that when I deleted the 0, it's simply no longer going to be an option on my rubric. So I'm going to save that criterion, and then I can add additional ones if I would like. And we'll go with this for now. I can either save it as a draft or create the rubric. And then it's going to then be saved here. Now, if I want to attach that to an assignment, what I do is I go find my assignment that I want to use, that rubric with, and I go down here, and I can either, in this case, I already had a rubric attached to this assignment, but I can either edit the existing rubric that's attached here, I can delete it, which does delete it from your course, just so you're aware, or you can replace the rubric with an existing one that you have already saved. So I'm going to replace this rubric, find the one that I actually do want to use. I just check the box here. I can also search for it by name. I can also pull up different courses if I need to try to import it and add to this assignment. I'm going to click Add, and then you'll see the name of it right here. I can click Preview to see what it looks like. There are also different views that you can do with these rubrics, which also show up in the speed grader. I personally like the horizontal view myself, but that's entirely your preference. And then you can choose to enable self-assessment. We do have a separate video all about self-assessment, so I'm not going to cover that right now. So when you go into the speed grader and students have submitted some work to it, what you'll then find is that you have your rubric and feedback right here. You can, again, change the view as you would see fit. You select the criterion. You select the point values for each criterion. You can choose to add comments below each one as well. And then you just click on Submit Assessment, and that's the score that goes into the gradebook, and it's what students see. Additionally, you have the ability to add more comments down here. And just as a fun little thing, I'll point out, yes, you can do screen recording now or audio feedback, which are really effective ways to get students to view the feedback that you have for them. So that's how to use the new enhanced rubrics feature in Canvas.